Okay, these are the Unit 23 vocabulary words, and we're going to start with science. The first one is Gregor Mendel. Gregor Mendel is considered to be the father of genetics. He was kind of the one that pioneered all the thoughts and ideas about genetics, and he began that by studying pea plants. The next term is genotype. And a genotype is the set of genes that make up an organism. So you have a specific genotype. It may or may not show, but they're the genes that make up who you are. Then there's the phenotype. And I remember phenotype by the PH for physical characteristics, things that you can see on a person. So the phenotype is the observable, meaning I can see it, I can notice it. The observable characteristics of an organism's genes. So they're the genes that actually come out. They're the blue eyes, they're the blonde hair, they're the fair skin, they're the curly hair, the straight hair. All those different characteristics that we talked about in class, those are your phenotype. Now moving on to social studies, a polis is a city-state in ancient Greece. And an acropolis is, it was a large hill in ancient Greece where city residents sought shelter and safety when there was some type of war or battle going on. But they also met there to discuss community affairs. It was like a common meeting ground. Epic. Epic is a long poem that tells the story of heroes in either a legend or a history type of form. A monarch is a type of government that's ruled by either a king or a queen. The next word is oligarchy. Oligarchy is a type of government in which all power is vested on a few people who are members typically of a dominant or superior class, as to what society would view it, but they're members of the upper class. Oligarchy basically means a government by few people. Democracy is the type of government that we have in the United States. It's a system of government in which citizens vote, that should be two, vote to make government decisions. And then finally, the last social studies word is Homer. Homer was an ancient Greek poet, and Homer actually wrote a very famous epic. I want to say it was called the Odyssey, but I can't, and I think he wrote Homer was a very famous Greek poet who wrote epics. And these are words from the challenge words. The first one is extinct. I'm sorry, I should have the little. Extinct. Extinct means something is no longer living or existing. No longer existing or living. The next one is distort. Distort is to twist something out of the usual shape or contort. If you want to have a distorted image, you can do something unusual, something different. Intermediate. Intermediate means being or occurring between. It means in the middle. Expiration. Expiration is the act of coming to a close or the termination of something. Oftentimes you'll see the expiration date on foods. And dissent. Dissent is to think or feel differently, to disagree.